Hello and welcome. So I've been seeing ads for the Netflix series, The Boroughs, and thought, oh, this looks good. Plus, Alfred Woodard is in it, so I know it's gotta be good. Well, I played the first episode. 5 minutes in, I saw some kind of shadow, a hand, or a creature, and I was like, nope, not doing it. A week went by, and I was bored. So I figured, okay, let's give it another shot. And boy, am I glad I did. Once I got to episode 3, when things really started to get good, I said, you know what? Let's review the series, episode by episode. So here I am, reviewing episode 1. Fair warning, this review might feel a bit rushed. I was already on episode 4 before I decided to do this. Also, this is a new channel. If I don't get any views from this review, I'm not gonna waste my time on the rest. So, let's get started. We open with a woman putting on lipstick in the mirror. She gets a FaceTime call from her husband. He appears to be in some kind of home, and he seems to have dementia. The conversation starts off normal, but then he starts going on about an owl in the wall.
The owl is in the walls, Christy. The owl is in the walls.
Bedtime, Edward.
A staff member comes in and tells him it's time to hang up. And he's like, just a few more minutes, but they're not having it. And so they're going back and forth, and he's like, I'm not a child. Then the phone disconnects. I felt bad for him because he's not wrong. He isn't a child. What's 2 more minutes on the phone with his wife? I'm telling you, if I ever get to that age and they want to send me to a home, I think I'd rather off myself. Just saying. Next, we meet Sam. He's a retired engineer who just lost his wife. He's decided to go to this active living retirement community. His wife always talked about it and planned for them to go there. So he's doing this in her honor. His daughter and son-in-law drive him there. When they arrive, a woman greets him.
I'm Kaylee, your transition manager, and it's my privilege to guide you through every step of your time here.
And he watches a video of the CEO, Blaine Shaw, talking about the history of the retirement village, yada, yada, yada. Sam gets interrupted by a neighbor, Jack, who brings over some beers. Jack tells him about a special lady he's seeing. He also mentions how her tiger balm smells like licorice. Jack then invites Sam to a barbecue. Sam says, no thanks. He basically just wants Jack to leave so he can have some peace. Then we meet Art and Judy. Judy used to be a journalist and is trying to get the 411 on Sam. Her husband, Art, seems cool. He dresses like a hippie that's stuck in the 1960s. He also reminds me of Woody Nelson. Next, we have Hank, the head of security. Now, I had to Google this actor because he looked just like Hopper from Stranger Things. And let me tell you, I'm so glad it wasn't him. Okay, anyways, Hank and his security guard Paz follow up on a report from Renee Gina Davis's character. Now, I didn't know this was Gina Davis. I'm not trying to be funny, but I seriously thought it was Caitlyn Jenner. Not to mention, her deep voice is also a bit jarring. Menopause, I guess? Anyway, she reported someone stealing quartz. Hank brushes it off. He's being condescending, but Paz seems cool and confident, the complete opposite of Sheriff Barney Fife. So Sam is chilling when an old man comes barging into his home with a knife. It's Edward, the same man from the beginning. He's going off the rails about the owl in the wall. They get into a little tussle. Edward manages to nick Sam with the knife. Hank and Paz get there in time to restrain him, and Sam wants to press charges. But Hank says, that's not how we handle things here. You can talk to the boss if you want. Sam goes to Blaine, who gives him a tour of a sector called the Manor. It's for residents who have deteriorated mentally or are deemed high risk. Blaine explains the situation. Edward apologizes, and all is forgiven. Blaine tells Sam to give the Boroughs a shot. He doesn't really have other options, and besides, it's what his wife would want. So Sam decides to stay. When he gets home, he tells Jack he'll go to the barbecue. At the barbecue, Sam meets Wally, a retired doctor who has stage 4 prostate cancer. They're all having a good time talking about weed. Judy mentions she has some weed tiger balm for her arthritis that smells like licorice. A light goes off in Sam's head. He figures it out. She's the special lady. Now remember, Judy is married to Art. After the party, Sam goes home and falls asleep. Jack's sleep apnea machine goes off and wakes Sam up. He walks over to Jack's house, goes into the room, and sees a creature hovering over Jack, feeding off him. Sam hits it with a hammer. The creature runs off. Sam stands there, stunned, like, what the F just happened? The end. All right, so I love that they got straight to it. We didn't have to wait until episode 3 or 4 to see the creature. Sometimes waiting is good, sometimes it isn't. But here, the early payoff works. It lands like a hammer strike, sudden, messy, and effective. And that's why I kept watching. I love the fact that you have these older people who are nosy detectives and just total badasses. And this series reminds me so much of The Burbs. It's really difficult to create something with that kind of a vibe. So, if you want a retirement community horror show that respects your time and still gives you the creeps, The Boroughs is worth moving into. Just maybe lock your doors first. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I post videos every Thursday and sometimes on Sunday. See you next time, and thanks for watching.